I wish that schools taught people how to be leaders. I really think that is missing is the leadership development piece, how to have difficult conversations, conflict resolution. That's just not something that's covered, and veterinarians are expected to be leaders from day one. I graduated, a lot of insecurity. I think a lot of new doctors have that, and it manifests as greater perfectionism. So I was more rigid, less flexible in how I handled relationships with my colleagues, with the care team that was supporting me. And so having that negative experience and wanting it to be better, I just started looking at myself and building these relationships. I think how that manifested in a leadership position didn't actually take effect until I owned my own practice. I did own for several years, and while I was really successful at that, I had I think a challenging time understanding what the skills were that were allowing me to be successful and how I could be more successful. My goal was to be better than what I was, and I was struggling with understanding how to get there. So I actually started just taking classes on leadership development and people managing, and what I learned was that there is an actual skill set there. There's a muscle that needs to be developed. It's not just a natural ability. And so I was able to put terms to some of the things that I was doing, and then I was able to grow them and develop them and build them, just like if you're working out. And through that work is where I just developed a passion for it, that leadership development, being able to take people in the practice that I own. And so then as a practice owner and being able to grow the practice and see these new veterinarians come in and teach them some of the things that I was learning myself, I recognized how rewarding it was to actually develop other people and see them grow and become confident in themselves. And so that's where my passion for leadership development came from. And so from there it just took off. As many classes as I can, putting it into practice where I can, finding people that maybe don't want to be developed and seeing if I can build a connection with them and get them to want to change and grow. Those are the things that really drive me now. I am Dr. Jennifer Denton, and I am a modern animal.